Wait. It's working. Hold on, what's going on? I think it's working. Test. Alright, I think I have audio now. I don't know. That was weird. Okay, guys, give me those thumbs ups. And we're getting right into this. Hey. There we go. Alright. Jeez, what a way to start a stream, huh? Apologies, I don't know what... I don't know what happened there. Alright, sweet. Okay, we should be back.
Sorry.
We're back. Hello.
Hi.
Alright. We've done it. We've done it. Let's just get right into it, guys. We got questions. This is a Q&A, so let's get some questions going. I'll leave it to you guys first. I have a list of questions compiled. But let's see it here. First question out. Go ahead and ask away. Go ahead and at me here in the live feed, and I'll answer the one that that I feel like answering. And I'll probably go back and forth to like the list that I have typed out. But my goodness, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's been a good week. Been a busy week. We're cranking on tactical 3 loads over at Corridor. So we've been doing a lot of VFX and basically getting the VFX set up and ready to go. So that's been my week. But hey, just as a quick rules and regulations for the chat, if you guys are spamming anything, then I'm probably gonna have to boot you. Just because we ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? We just don't have time. All right, here comes questions. Where will you be in 5 years? Lots of questions. What got you interested in video editing and production? Let's start with that. Let's start with the origin story. What got me interested in video editing and production? Okay, so that is a question by Joji Topic. What got me interested in video editing and production? Okay, so as a kid, I was always very artistic and creative. I loved drawing from like every time I had a chance to choose an elective in middle school. I think it started in middle school when you could choose electives. I always chose art. I loved creating things. My dad actually introduced me to Legos when I was really young, so I had that kind of creative background with like the Legos and everything. We would follow instructions. We would build our own things. And I think that's really where it started was Legos, to be honest with you guys. And then from there, when it came to actually like video editing and production, my friend Bobby, this is when I was living in Chino Hills, California. I didn't know how they cut from one image to another in a movie, or on TV. It didn't make sense to me. So I asked my friend Bobby, who had a video camera, hey, how does this work? And he pulled out his video camera, and he filmed over here, he rolled over here, and he cut. And then he filmed over here and rolled over here, and then he cut. And he played back, and you see the image go from one image to another on the live playback. And I was like, what? That is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my whole life. I need to know more. So from that moment is when I got really intrigued specifically with like video editing. That got me started. So Bobby was the one who got me started. And that's actually when I have like CBE films, right? That's like my random made up production thing. That stands for Clinton, Bobby, and Edgar. So Bobby is the guy who showed me the film camera or the video camera. Edgar is another good friend of mine who we just, we made little dumb videos together. So that's kind of that's kind of where it took off. Bobby told me that I had Windows Movie Maker on my computer and I could edit videos for free. So I was like, oh my God, I have this software on my computer that I can use for free to make Short films, absolutely. I'm so down. So we did a little test. Like, we did a fight scene where Bobby tries to trip me. So like we're fighting up here, and then he showed me how to cut, right? So I was like, oh, that's crazy. So let's do a cut where like you try and kick me, and then it'll cut down to my legs, and I'll jump over your kick, and then it cuts back up to us fighting. And we did that, and it was amazing. I was so blown away. And yeah, I just went from there. I found Video Copilot, and the rest is history. So that's how my interest was really peaked in visual effects, editing, production, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, and then we, since I love building stuff, going back to the Legos, right? My friend Tyler called me, and he was like, yo, let's build a tank. And I was like, yo, okay. And it took us a year, and we built a cardboard tank. And you know, Cardboard Warfare came out about a year after that, because we loved building things so much. We built all the weapons, we built the tanks, and then we filmed Cardboard Warfare. So Benny, I see you, Benny. Thank you for the super chat, much appreciated. He says, thanks for teaching me how to hand paint muzzle flashes and shells on my OG After Effects Tuts tutorial. That was my first experience with After Effects. Keep doing your thing. Namaste. Dude, heck yeah. Thank you, Benny. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to put out tutorials like way back. If you guys go down into the depths of my channel, you'll find some videos that you may have seen a long time ago. Because honestly, I hadn't posted videos in about 6 years before I started doing these live streams. And tutorials were a part of the stuff that I put out. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of tutorials way back. Old school stuff. And it was funny, I was watching some of my old tutorials, and I heard something that I didn't know, but it came from me. It was like the weirdest thing. I was like, wait, I could do that? I didn't know I could do that. All right, yo, you guys have so many good questions. Let me just start from the bottom here. What about game dev or modeling in gaming? I don't know. What about it? I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. Anurag, I don't know much. Anaz, what is the best free render engine for Cinema 4D? A free render engine for C4D? To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, Octane isn't free. I don't know if they have cycles for Cinema 4D. I don't know. Ujwal Gupta, please tell about how to add dirt and scratches. By the way, I use Blender. Sweet. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about surface imperfections. If you go through some of my live streams, you'll find that I did one on texturing. You will be able to follow that and get an idea of how to do it in Blender. Obviously, I'm using C4D. But, so you guys know how I put out that HDRI video, the custom HDRI video? Well, I'm going to be putting out a surface imperfection video, right? So we're going to actually make our own surface imperfections from scratch. We're going to have ink, we're going to have paper, we're going to have glass, we're going to be taking photos of it. It's going to be all dirty, we're going to scratch it. We're going to get some good fingerprint surface imperfections, some glass scratched imperfections, maybe some dirt maps and stuff, and we're going to process them in Photoshop and bring them into our 3D program and dirty some stuff up. So I'm gonna break everything down for you guys, just like I did with the HDRI tutorial. I'm gonna do that with surface imperfections. So look out for that. That's coming along. All right, I'm scrolling up. Let's see. Does one need a degree for becoming a VFX artist? Anish Bapat is asking, does one need a degree for becoming a VFX artist? Well, I'd consider myself a VFX artist, and I do not have a degree. So I would say no. However, like, if you're trying to get hired at a really big VFX house like Digital Domain or ILM or, or Red Chili's VFX in India, honestly, like, I can't speak to their individual policies, but from me personally, this is just my belief, is that your work should just be based off of your work. If you can do solid work, if you can produce really, really awesome results, then I'm going to be looking at you. And I'm going to be like, okay, this guy's legit. And then it goes a step further if you actually, I reach out and it's like, hey, I need to meet this person. And it turns out they're just a horrible person. I'm not going to want to work with that person because they're horrible. I want to work with them if they're nice and humble and passionate and excited about the work they're doing. Like at the end of the day, I think it comes down to the work that you put out. Some places might require degrees. Some places may not require degrees. To be honest, I don't know. It depends on the individual place. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to the work that you put out. So keep working on it. Keep practicing and keep getting better at the work that you guys are doing. Keep learning and keep growing. Keep coming back to this channel. We'll learn and grow together. It'll be great. What's up, Gilbert? My cat is chilling right here. Hey, bud. Oh, let's answer some of these questions, yeah? All right. I'm going to scroll all the way down and make sure I didn't miss anything. A lot of tech questions here. Have I tried Houdini? No, I have not tried Houdini. I'm learning Unreal Engine right now. That's where I'm spending all my points. Anaz is asking, what the hell is this whole PBR maps and C4D? There is no clear video on YouTube, so include it in one of your live streams. PBR, physically based render, I think is what it stands for. As far as I gather, PBR materials or shaders are basically like shaders or a shader is a compilation of textures basically, and a PBR shader, as far as I know, isn't made up of images that you download and pipe in to different little dealies. Basically, it's made from noise maps, so it's completely adjustable and completely editable. As far as I gather, that's what PBR is. Like you're going to be able to take the scratch level down because it's based off of a noise, and it's all built into the program. PBR shaders and materials can be set up in any program that you're using, just not C4D. It could be done in Blender, it could be done in Unreal Engine, it could be done in Maya, any of that good stuff. James asked, did I go to art school? I kind of did. I mean, like I said, I always took drawing and art as an elective all the way through middle school. So that's, 2 years, 7th and 8th grade here in the United States. And then for high school, 9th grade through 12th grade, I took art every single year. So I'm constantly drawing, painting less so. It was more just like pencil or pen drawing and whatnot. And then from that point, Georgia is actually really cool. I was in Atlanta at the time when I graduated high school from Creekview High School in 2009. And they have this thing called the Hope Scholarship where they take lottery money and they give it to students who have a grade point average of 3.0 or above, which is pretty easy to get if you apply yourself and you really just focus and get that 3.0. It maxes out at 4.0, right? So I got a 3.0. And I went to Chattahoochee Tech for a digital media arts degree, which is kind of like After Effects, Photoshop. I can't remember if there was Cinema 4D in there. There may have been. I can't remember. We did a lot of drawing, Illustrator. And my teacher, Mr. Mason, was so cool that he let me just work on my YouTube videos in After Effects class. He was like, yo, I see the work you're putting out. It's really good. You have your whole YouTube channel. You know how to use After Effects. You followed all these Video Copilot tutorials. Do your thing. Do your thing, man. And that was so cool. And I'm just going to get right into it. So at that time, I had made Cardboard Warfare, and I had been talking with Freddie, right? Freddie Wong, who you guys know. ran rocket jump. And Freddie was like, dude, you should move out to LA and live in like this little studio setup I have that's on Hunter Street, basically down in downtown. And I was like, I would love to, but I don't think I can because I'm like in college right now and I would have to drop out, and I don't think my dad's gonna let me drop out, but I'll ask. So I asked my dad, hey, could I drop out and go live with Freddie and make videos? And he was like, no way. You got to get your degree. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you pursue after you get your degree. You just need that degree. And I was like, oh, come on, Dad. I had this opportunity. And he's like, nope, you need the degree. So I went to Mr. Mason, my After Effects teacher, and I told him, hey, I have this opportunity. Like, my dad's not letting me go. He wants me to get the degree. But, you know, I'm being called to come out to LA and do work with Freddie. And he was like, drop out. Just drop out and go. Because you can always come back and finish this tech school. Now, keep in mind, guys, don't drop out. I'm not saying drop out. All right? I was going to Chattahoochee Tech. I was going to this technical school for free because of that Hope Scholarship. If you paid a whole bunch of money and you're going to, you know, some awesome film school, stay in, all right? Stay in. Do what's right for you, all right? I'm just telling you my situation. So, Mr. Mason said, drop out. You have the opportunity. Like, the reason we're going to school is to get the opportunity to go out to LA. You already have the opportunity to go out to LA before you got your degree. So go. And I told that to my dad, and my dad said, okay, all right, I'll let you go. So I packed my car full of all my stuff, all my props, all my gear, and I was literally like dragging. My car was like, and I drove all the way across country. I did it in 2 18-hour stretches for 36 hours total, and I got to LA and met up with Freddie and wrapped up. Carbon Warfare 2 was already filmed at the time, and I was finishing the short out. It took me like 5 months to finish it. So that was that. That was that time. All right, back to your guys' questions. I see some super chats in here, so I'm going to get these. Christian, what's up? Christian's always stopping by. He says, hey, what's your favorite kombucha? Dude, you're always dropping me kombucha money. I love it. My favorite kombucha is the GT's ginger kombucha. That is my favorite one. I love how it's spicy and it feels good. Like, I feel like I'm getting healthier when I drink it. And Sabir, he says, do you accept interns at Corridor? We do, but not really, to be honest, not really. It's more like friends that we know. We are, you know, we basically put out videos saying, hey, we're hiring at Corridor. And those are like the only times that we're reaching out to everybody. And it's a very intense process where it's like thousands of people enter and it gets whittled down to 1 or 2 people. So those are like the public hiring deals. We're never just secretly hiring. And if we are secretly hiring, it's going to be a friend of a friend kind of a situation. So that's kind of what it's like. Pravan, I see you. Hi, Clint. What's your thought about Ian Hubert? Ian Hubert is basically the best dude ever. I love him so much. I've had the pleasure of going up and visiting him multiple times. He's come down here and visited me multiple times, and like, he is just the freaking best. He's such a nice guy. He's very wacky. He's very out there, and he's so freaking talented at what he does. It makes me like hurt inside. He is so good. But if you guys don't know who Ian Hubert is, like, shoot, yeah, he's the man. I'm sure you've seen him. I'm sure you guys know Ian Hubert. Robot Soup, that's his website, and it's still down. His website is still down. Ian Hubert, he has a Patreon at this point, but he's on Vimeo. He's on YouTube. Look at this old school Ian Hubert. He uses Blender. That's the craziest thing, and he gets like the nicest looks out of Blender, man. This is all CG right here. He's so good. Oh, look at that style. Like, he has such a great eye. I think Ian Hubert is like, I can't wait to see a movie he does. He's doing his Dynamo series. But, oh, my goodness. Yeah, the dude is amazing. I realized my freaking big ol' head was blocking that whole thing. This is why I need to update these streams, guys. I need someone to, like, help me out with these streams. Get someone on the tech side helping me with this stuff. But that's my goal for next year, is to really, like, amp these streams up and make them nicer and more professional. Because it's just me. It's just me, like, doing what I can with the small time that I have on the weekend. Because you guys know I work at Corridor Digital full time. But yeah, this is Ian's work here. It's just absolutely incredible. So nice. All right, back to full screen. Boom. All right, I'm in. Back to the questions. Where are we at? All right. Sabir, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you guys. Sanjeeth, I appreciate you as well, man. Thanks for inspiring us all this time. We love you. I love you, man. Thank you so much. We got a lot of people from all around the world. This is great. Oh, shoot. Prithvi. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Heck yeah. It looks like we got a lot of people from India joining the chat. This is awesome. Definitely a place I want to go to at some point. Okay, guys. I'm going to answer some of the questions that I got on the Discord. All right? I'm going to answer one of these questions, and I'll come back to the live chat. So, let's see. What sparked your passion for VFX? We talked about that one. Johnny Bosworth, what's up, man? I don't know if you're on the live stream here, but you got a question. You asked it on Discord. You said, do you find it hard to strike a balance between all your hobbies and passions? My God, yes, I do. All right, and I'm actually gonna combine that with another question asked by, let's see, how do you stay creative in between work? I'm a student in uni, and even if I want to dig into the nitty-gritty of doing the VFX work, I feel like I don't have the time nor the motivation to actually make something. That's from Little Abraham. And I'm going to combine that also with Blaster Jax. How do you handle burnout? Sometimes I get tired of creating stuff. Doing it over and over again. Plus lots of learning, lots of software, lots of resources out there to make me so anxious sometimes. I lose sleep thinking about a few scenes. I even dream about viewports and simulations. I've been there, all right? I've been there. It gets real bad. COVID has literally taken a toll on my mental health, so would like to know your point of view on this. All right, great. So we're going to talk about balancing work and hobbies and passions and the burnout situation, all right? Okay, let's get into it. This is awesome. Okay, so let me get the chat back, and I'll dive in. All right, here we go. So for me personally, this is going to be me speaking about me personally. I'm not going to give any advice that I haven't really been through, okay? Or if I do, I'll let you know that I hadn't been through it. Okay, so I have a ton of hobbies. I have so many things that I want to do. Like, I love drumming. It's my favorite. It's currently packed up in storage up there. I don't like that. That sucks. I love drawing. Like, I have a whole art book of all my drawings right up here. Maybe I'll bust it out later. That's certainly a hobby that I want to get good at. I'm taking Japanese lessons right now. And that's another thing that I want to get good at. I want to be able to go to Japan and be able to speak the language. It's important to me. So that's another focus. What else? What other hobbies? Like, I love photography so much. I love directing. I love writing. Writing is hard, very difficult. I know I need to love writing. I love acting in stuff for friends. It's the best. What else? I love... What's up, Gilbert? Hey, bud. All right. Rumba, you're getting kicked, bud. You're gonna get booted here. What else? What else? I love going outdoors, traveling. Like, there's just a whole lot of things that I enjoy, right? So, how do I balance that with work? Basically, you have to take all the things that you love doing and you need to put them in order of the most important down to the least important. And for me, the most important thing right now, or like the top 3 or 4 or 5 most important things right now, is getting better as a writer, getting better as a director, learning Unreal Engine, staying physically fit, and I guess Japanese lessons. All of that stuff is on the side. That's all on the side because I have Corridor. That's my main job. That's my full-time job. So I have to do my best work at Corridor while also getting really good at those other things. I don't have time to learn Unreal Engine at Corridor. I can't be paid to sit there and learn Unreal Engine. Like, it's going to take hours and hours. I can start to, like, integrate things I've learned into my real full-time job, but not until I've learned it. And learning it has to be done on the side. I cannot get paid to stay physically fit at Corridor. I cannot get paid to learn how to write at Corridor. You get hired to do the job that you're good at. You don't get hired to do the job that you're not good at, that you need to get better at. You're going to get better at stuff. Like for me at Corridor, I've gotten really good at VFX at Corridor. My VFX has freaking like really, it's capping. I'm the best I've ever been at VFX since I've been at Corridor. The writing angle, the kind of writing that I want to do, like fully fledged out stories and characters and stuff, not so much. I don't get to tweak that muscle. I don't get to work that muscle a whole lot. So I need to do that on the side. I need to spend time and work that muscle on the side in my free time. So you only have so much time. You basically, all right, Qasim, you're gone. Done. Out. You spam it, and it's done. It's done. This is why I need a moderator. Okay. Back to it. So basically, I have all these hobbies, and hopefully if you put them in order of most important to least important. So now you know where to focus, all right? So you have these like handful of things that you want to get better at. How do you get better at them, and how do you train them every day, all right? And I still hadn't forgot about burnout. I'll get you to on burnout. So what I do to ensure that I get better at the important things that I need to get good at every single day is practice them every single day. And I recently read a book. My library is like right over here. I'll show you guys. So let me go in. And you know what? I'm going to get an Elgato here so I can like really do this right. But up here I have my art books. This is everything that like photography books and stuff, or concept art. You can see like the Art of Titanfall, Deus Ex. Right in the middle there, that colorful thick one is the Kowloon Walled City in Hong Kong. It's a photo book of all that. So it's just like a bunch of different places around the world to give me certain vibes and get inspired with. The one on the far left, or the far right, I guess for you guys. This one here, that's all my film photography printed out. So down here is my Murakami collection. That's all the Haruki Murakami novels. And then I got like my old PlayStation 1 games on the left and all my amiibos. And I got my music back there. So and then down here are all of my like film books and stuff. You know, all the stuff that I've learned. Sorry guys, this is tough. We're going to get better at this. All my film books. And acting books and writing books and visual, you know, all the stuff, and Stephen Pressfield books. And then down here we got cookbooks, and then way down there is just like fiction, other fiction. But I saved the top for Murakami. That's the special section. If you guys don't know who Haruki Murakami is, then, well, look him up. He's my favorite. All right. What was I saying? We were talking about how to get good at stuff. Oh yeah. This book, The 5 a.m. Club. This is incredible. Hey, what's up, Eli? Freaking Eli's up in here. Eli works over at Black Rifle Coffee. We've been good friends for a long, long time. We met at PAX randomly. We bumped into each other 4 times in a row in one day. And the rest is history. Eli is such a good friend of mine. What's up, son? But yeah, okay, this book right here, 5 a.m. Club. This is how I'm able... Well, I learned a lot from this, okay? Basically, this teaches you how to make the most of your mornings and ultimately how to make the most of your life, to be honest. Because it talks about how to structure your morning in a way that... Okay, so you have your heart set, your mind set, your health set, and your soul set. These are 4 areas of your life that the book talks about, training and getting better so that every single day you're getting better at those things. So you wake up, you work out for 20 minutes. The next 20 minutes is spent either journaling about what you're going to do this day, how you're going to max out this day. It could be spent meditating. It could be spent stretching. The third 20 minutes is spent learning. So in my case, I've just been watching Unreal tutorials for those, last 20 minutes of that hour at 5 a.m. I'm doing it at 6 a.m. And that means that if I'm doing 20 minutes of Unreal tutorials every single day, after a year, dude, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to know so much about Unreal. The whole point is consistency. You have to be consistent in your pursuits. We have a lot of passions, and you want to be able to zoom in on those and take out little chunks and practice it in little chunks. And you have to be patient. You have to be so patient. And I feel like patience is going to be one of those things that is quickly going to disappear as we move on into the future. Because we have everything now. We get everything as soon as possible. And there's no patience anymore. And if I can train myself to be as patient as possible and as disciplined as possible and to consistently learn as much as possible, consistently, right? Because that's what it's going to be. That's how you're going to get good, is consistent learning. If you drop off and you quit, then you're not going to learn anymore. But if you're spending 20 minutes a day learning something new, in my case, it's Unreal Engine, or film photography. We just developed our own film. Then you're going to max out your life. If you can do that every single day for the rest of your life, you're going to be the best version of you that you could ever be. And it's going to take a lot of hard work, but, it's what has to be done. And holy crap, it's Caves. What the heck, dude? Man, if you guys don't know, Caves put out a freaking awesome video game, actually. Caves, I think Caves RD is his Instagram, but he is an Unreal master. He put out a video game where you have a camera and you walk around Mount Inari, or not? Is it Mount Inari? It's the shrine in Kyoto, and you take photos. And he did one of Iceland as well. So sick. All right, he says, "Yo, Clint, what about Unreal made you decide to dive in? What kind of stuff do you want to be able to make? Let me know if you need any help." Dude, you are the best. So, the thing that got me amped about Unreal, obviously, the Rebirth trailer, the Quixel Rebirth trailer, and recently the Unreal 5 demo blew my mind. And then there was this other short called Memories of Australia. All of it is just insane. It's absolutely incredible, and it's all real time, and it makes me want... It's like, why render something? Why spend the time rendering if you can get this? If you can get this max quality in real time, I want that. I definitely want that. And I'm always trying to learn as much as possible. I see it as Unreal is an incredibly powerful tool that if I don't know as a VFX artist, I'm going to be in trouble. I would rather be on top of my game. The more I know, the more valuable I am, the better off I am. And the whole reason I was interested in 3D graphics in general was basically, I thought that if I can think of something, I can create it. And the only thing stopping me from transferring it from my head to a complete image is the technical know-how and the time to do it. That's it. So why not learn how to do it? If you can think it, you can put it out. The whole point is to make movies. I want to make movies. I want to tell awesome, impactful stories with amazing characters that blow your mind, that soothe the soul, make you cry, make you laugh. That's what I want to do. And by learning Unreal Engine, I can create some awesome scenes and some awesome atmospheres and landscapes that no one else could create because they don't know Unreal. Or it's going to give me a leg up as a director. So that's totally why. Everything I learn when it comes to being creative, it all kind of is so that I can create better movies. That's why. Caves, super awesome of you to stop by, man. This is awesome. Roundover, I missed the super chat. I'm scrolling up. Thanks, brother. Hi, Clint. Amran here from India. What's up, Amran? Imran, sorry. Should I start VFX channel on YouTube? What's the scenario in 2020? Is it worth? Dude, do what's passionate for you, all right, Round? Or Imran? Do what's passionate for you, man. Like, I have a lot of goals. I want to make a YouTube channel, or have my YouTube channel here. It kind of died over the last 6 years, and I wanted to resurrect it. Because I'm passionate about all this stuff. I'm super passionate about learning, educating, creating super cool things. But yeah, dude, Imran, like, why would you not create a YouTube channel for VFX? Dude, post your stuff. Even if it's just a place for you to post your work, just for you to track it, so that later maybe when you have kids, you can show your kids, hey, this is all my work. This is like the timeline of all my work and how I got better. You're tracking your progress with a YouTube channel. So absolutely, dude. And for it to be successful or semi-successful, that's going to take a long time. I promise you, that will take a long time. And you are going to need the discipline and the patience to nurture that, right? But if it's a passion for you, then you're going to do it anyway, right? So do it. So just do it. There's nothing stopping you from starting a YouTube channel and posting the stuff that makes you passionate onto that channel, all right? And if people like it, they're going to like it. They're going to ask for more. They're going to comment, all that good stuff. And, you're going to continue doing it. And in my case, I see that you guys love these live streams. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to make these better for you guys. And the better they are, the more people will come. The more I do it, the more consistently I do it, the more people will come. Today is my girlfriend's birthday. Luckily, she's at a dentist appointment right now. But I was like, I got to get a video out. Like, I know it's your birthday, but I got to get a video out. And again, she's off to a dentist appointment, so I do have the time right now. I would have pre-recorded something and posted it for you guys. But you got to be consistent if you want it to be a thing, you know what I mean? All right, what else we got? I got another super chat here. Ollie. Yo, what's up, dude? Okay, he says, hey, Clint, I think you should do a collaboration with Hat Films because there's a guy called Smith who is basically the British version of Nico. Okay, I'll look into it. Hat Films. I'm writing it down. I'll write it down, okay? Hat Films, and there's a dude named Smith. Okay. Got it. That might be backwards for you, but I got it, all right? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you for the super chat. Louisa. Okay, deep question if it's all right. I'm down for deep questions, my guy. Let's go all the way. Have you ever had issues with body image? Do you have any advice for people who struggle with body dysmorphia or image of one's self? Cute hat. Thank you so much. This is actually my girlfriend's hat. Okay. Body image. Okay, let's see. Probably not to the extent that you're asking. Probably not to the extent that you're asking. I can only speak to what I know for myself personally. I love working out. Well, I don't know about love working out. I need to work out. If I don't work out, then I'm not going to be my best. Emotionally, I'm not going to be the best. I'm very cranky. I I'm short with people, especially I can be short with my girlfriend if I don't work out. And part of the reason why I work out is to look good, you know. You know, you got your shoulders, you got your biceps, you got your triceps, you know. I don't got a 6-pack. I got like a flabby kind of a 4-pack. Yes, I would love to be super chiseled and like freaking jacked out and lean like Bruce Lee. Like the Bruce Lee is like the vibe, you know. And I have gotten, to be honest, I have gotten upset at times, and I've looked at myself like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? What's all this freaking side fat? Why do I have this freaking side fat hanging off? Why do I have this belly right here? So I could be very hard on myself and very judgmental of myself when I see those things. And at times I can be judgmental of other people too. Like, it's not healthy. It's certainly not healthy. I have no reason to judge anybody else for the way they look or their body, right? But because I'm so hard on myself and I hold myself to such a high level, in turn, it's like I want to hold everyone to this high level in my head, you know? I'm not going around telling people do this, do that. But those thoughts slip into my head, certainly. And I can get upset at myself for not being strong enough, not being lean enough, not eating healthy enough. I always try and eat healthy enough, but this morning I had a donut. What the heck? I don't need a donut. I really don't need a donut. I need to be eating as healthy as possible. So that's about the extent like of my issue when it comes to body image, body dysmorphia, that kind of stuff. I know that a lot of people struggle with it to a much worse extent. I personally cannot speak to that level because I haven't experienced it, but that's about it for me, you know. I just want to be as healthy as possible. I want to look as good as possible. And can kind of beat myself up for not being at that level. But I just know that if I put the work in and I train myself enough, and if I take care of myself, I don't need to worry about anyone else. I just need to worry about me. So I guess what I'm saying is work hard. And I guess, yeah, for me, I just need to keep working out. I need to keep working out. But that might be a little bit different than the body dysmorphia you're talking about. But be healthy. Yeah, be healthy. Treat yourself. Be kind to yourself. And, yeah, don't go too hard on yourself. I think I could use that advice as well. All right. Moving on. I appreciate the deep questions. I am all about the deep questions. I will answer any deep question. Let's see what else we got. Let's make movies. You got a super chat. Thanks, brother. All right. Would you ever consider going into Blender and using that for VFX? And have you seen what Ian Hubert on YouTube has been doing? Yeah, so I just talked about Ian Hubert. The dude is incredible. Freaking love that guy so much. We're actually pretty good friends. I am constantly inspired by him. Like, I have a dream team in my head, and he's on that dream team, all right? Like, he's on the freaking team. And have I considered going into Blender for VFX? Nope, I have not. And this is a big question. You guys ask this all the time. Clint, why don't you use Blender? All right, I'll tell you why I don't use Blender. Reason number one. I started with Cinema 4D Release 10. Why I started with Cinema 4D, I don't even remember. I don't even know if Blender was an option at that point. There was 3ds Max and Cinema 4D. Those were my options about 12 years ago. So I started with C4D. I went with C4D for like 3 years. I'm putting my time into C4D. That'd be like me learning Unreal Engine, giving up, and going to Unity. Like, why? I've put this time into Unreal. I'm going to continue my Unreal Engine training. But I legit did that. I legit got fed up with C4D after year 2 or 3 and was like, there's no good tutorials for this. I'm making the tutorials for this. I shouldn't be making the tutorials for C4D. I want the good tutorials. I want to watch and follow the tutorials. Looking back though, in hindsight, I should have stuck with C4D because I could have made something like Grayscale Gorilla, you know? There's a hole there. People want good tutorials. I should have kept going and made the good tutorials, you know? That's kind of how I feel with Unreal right now. Anyway, I switched to 3ds Max because 2 reasons. One, there was a ton of really good 3ds Max tutorials that I could follow and learn a lot quicker. I learned faster. I was impatient. I wanted to learn as fast as possible. Number 2, the people around me were using 3ds Max. Freddie and Brandon were using 3ds Max. Sam and Nico were using 3ds Max. So naturally, if I had a question for them, it'd be 3ds Max. That's what they know. So I'm like, okay, I'll switch to 3ds. So the main reason that I'm using, we went back to C4D, okay? I'm back to C4D, and that's because Maxon reached out to Corridor, like, yo, we love you guys. We want to hook you guys up. They hooked us up with C4D. And I'm like, yes, I loved C4D in the past. It was the best. It reinvigorated my flame, my zest for 3D, right? And the reason why is because everyone around me was using Cinema 4D. I'm basically using the program that everyone around me is using. That way we can all figure it out together. If I was off on my own, just doing whatever, and I was on a budget, dude, Blender all day, no problem. But because like the guys at Maxon are so nice, like they hook it up for sure. They're really the best. They have a really nice community and family. I'm on C4D. Like I'm on the train, man. It's the best. I love it. It works for me. I've been putting all my points into it for a long time. There'd be no reason for me to stop that and move to something else. Like I'm doing that, but with Unreal Engine for a couple other reasons, right? Unreal Engine, it's not 3ds Max or Blender or Maya. You know, all of these things are kind of like C4D equivalents. It's serving other purposes. So that's why I'm trying to learn a new program. It's like, I only have so much time. How do I use my time the wisest? Learn something that will actually serve a purpose for my future. Blender, it would just take me however long to learn to just do what I can do in Cinema 4D, you know? So no reason for me to switch. Thanks for the question, though. That's a good question. I know a lot of you guys had similar questions. All right, I'm scrolling down. I'm hitting these super chats here. We got Izzy. Have I ever played Far Cry 5? Whenever I see you with the beard and glasses. Oh, my God. Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah, I look like the bad guy from Far Cry 5. I have not played Far Cry 5. My buddy Adrian, who actually worked at Corridor for a while, he was the first person to tell me, like, yo, you look like this dude from this video game. And that's like the funniest thing ever. I looked at the pictures and it straight up does. Like, it's with the scarf. When I put the scarf on and I take the hat off, let me see. Kind of, yeah. Like I kind of look like him if I like get the hair clip in there. Which I hadn't been wearing hair clips until quarantine started, but yeah, basically this is the vibe right here. This is it. My mustache is perking along. I gotta trim that. Holy crap. I got some rogue mustache hairs going. But yeah, basically I'm the guy from Far Cry 5 at this point. So Mr. Ram, one more freaking binod and you are gone. Oh, he's gone. Gone. This is the dumbest meme. This is the freaking stupidest thing. I'm not going to talk about it. You getting kicked. Kicked, son. All right, back to it. All right, we're all caught up on the super chats. So let me answer burnout. We talked about burnout, but I didn't get to it. All right, burnout. Very briefly. Yeah. I was super burnt out before I went on vacation a couple weeks ago because all I did from sun up to sundown was VFX, just working in VFX. Oh my God. Another thing that this 5 a.m. Club book talks about right here, freaking love this. If you guys are like disciplined or want to be as disciplined as possible and ready to freaking elevate your life, then definitely check out this book, 5 a.m. Club. A good friend of mine, Wes, actually his friend was good, right? So was good. He has a good friend. Showed me this book. We all got on it. It's the best. It talks about doing less work, taking more vacations, taking more breaks, doing less work. It actually makes the work you do more potent, more detailed, more focused. You're going to get better results if you can just relax for a little bit, all right? So with burnout, the kind of like structure that this book talks about basically alleviates that, because it's got you waking up super early in the morning. The first hour in your morning is for you, all right? You don't touch your phone until like way later in the day. And when you're done with your day, you don't touch your phone. You get off of your phone. When you're done with work, you're done. You put your phone away. You spend time with your family. You spend time with your kids. You spend time, if it's just you chilling, if it's you living with your parents, you spend time with your family. You spend time with your friends. Just get off your phone, get off social media, and go and relax. Go and chill. I think I heard on like a Joe Rogan podcast, they were saying how the phones and social media are training us to basically training us to be distracted. And we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So yeah, take your breaks. Take your vacations. If you think about it, how much time we put in working every single year, to take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off is ridiculous. You need to be taking like months off, I feel like. Take a fifth of your year off. That'd be nice if we could do that, certainly. Don't worry, guys. I'm taking care of the chat. I understand. Okay, so that's burnout, right? Now we're caught up. We are caught up. So let's talk about some of these @pwnishers here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Alan asks, hey, is there a reason you're not active on your Twitter account? Yeah, exactly for that reason. Because it's just another thing to check. I don't need all this social media to check. Like, I'm good with Instagram and Discord. I'm basically checking I'm checking the Discord server that we got, and I'm checking Instagram every day. That's what I check. I don't do Facebook anymore. I don't do Twitter anymore. TikTok, hadn't even thought about it. There's just too much stuff for me. There's too much for me to work on to have to divert my focus and break up my focus. I don't need to be checking Twitter. I'm good with Instagram. I'm a photographer. It's a visual thing, so it just works better for me. Colin, what's up, dude? Thanks for the super chat, Colin. He says, I'm going to UGA Film School soon, inspired by you guys at Rocket Jump and Corridor. Thanks so much for introducing me to my passion. Also, do you miss RJ at all? Heck yeah, I miss RJ, man. I freaking love Freddie, and all those guys are very, very talented. Like, if Corridor is like the VFX powerhouse, and I'm learning about VFX, my VFX skills are going to the max at Corridor. Rocket Jump was where I took my writing to the max. And, oh, man, I need to get better as a writer so bad. And I learned so much from Matt and Will at Rocket Jump. Man, those guys are like, they were blowing my minds every single day. We were sitting down and we were writing a feature together. And it never came about. But we were there for like a month and a half. Like right at the end, right when Rocket Jump, like when everyone kind of went their separate ways. And for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, maybe it would have been 3 months, 4 months, I can't remember. We were just in there every single day working this movie out. And like, you had your cards up on the wall, your character sheets broken down. It was so good. It was so good. And to hop into a question that one of you guys asked on the Discord, let me find it. Okay, Firefighter Seafood asked, have you ever read any books on storytelling? If so, what can you recommend? This this is a perfect segue. Yes, I have read books on storytelling that Matt and Will told me about, and it's right here. It's by Robert McKee. It's called Story. I take my my little like wrapping, my book wrapping stuff off. What is it called? A jacket? A sheath? A book sheath? I don't know. It's called Story by Robert McKee. This is like the Bible of storytelling right here. It's so, guys, do yourself a favor. If you want to get better as a writer, get this book, Story. Please get this book. And when you're done with this book and you learn about everything you can about story, and this takes it back. This book takes it back. Like, story is ingrained in all of us. There's a what is it? There is a like a structure, story structure for a reason. But if you follow it exactly, like I think Save the Cat talks about the story structure. If you follow it and do the cookie cutter thing, it's gonna be cliche. You need to know how to get out of that cliche. You need to know how to make your story special and make it feel good. And it's not always about structure, but you need to know that there is structure and why it works. So this is a deep understanding on story. Pick this up if you guys want to learn about story. And when you're done with that, you're going to want to check out Dialogue by the same guy, Robert McKee, Dialogue. And he gets into like why dialogue sucks and how to make it good, and how to make it have like subtext, and writing dialogue for your characters. These books, oh yes, these books are like, this is it right here. Okay, this is all you need to worry about. So yeah, I missed my time at RJ. We had a lot of good time. It was like Corridor, just, you know, with other people, making different shorts. You know, it's like they're similar but they're different. I miss him a lot. I love Freddie. He's such a good guy, very very kind and humble guy, and he's learned a lot since he started. Sweet. We're caught up again. Look at that. Who do I main in Smash? Ness. Ness is my main. My boy right here. Boop. But then I'm pretty good with Snake. I can mess around with Snake a little bit. Yeah, these are my guys right here. And I'm trying to get good with Pikachu. Pikachu is definitely quick. It doesn't have a lot of like smash power, but hey, all good. I really appreciate you guys hanging in here. This is awesome. This is really fun. Let's keep going. Let's keep asking some more cool questions. And then I'm gonna announce the weekly challenge winners at the end. We'll probably cut out in the next 30 or so. Again, it is my girlfriend's birthday today, so I don't want to be streaming all day. That's why I'm doing a Q&A. Let's keep it a little shorter today. But I'm only looking at the @pwnishers right now in the chat. If you have a question, let's see. Yeah, okay. Anaz, working on C4D is tiresome and exhausting. Do you have any tips to avoid procrastination and ideal stretches that you follow? Ideal stretches? Like yoga stretches? Okay, anyway, procrastination. I'll put it in terms of writing for me. I could sit behind this computer and do VFX all day. Like, you don't have to tell me to do anything. I will be at this computer and I will do some VFX and make some cool stuff. Like, it's a problem. It can be a problem. But for me, when it comes to procrastination, let's talk about writing. Writing is freaking so hard. It's very difficult for me to sit down and write. But last year, I forced myself to spend an hour every single morning writing. The full hour. Just 1 hour. And I did that for about 4 months, consistently, on the weekdays. I took the weekends off. And I came up with like 4 or 5 shorts. The work came from the discipline of doing it every single day. You have to have a reason why you're pursuing something, why you're forcing yourself to do something. Like if I just went outside and like tried to force myself to get good at pottery every day for an hour, I would give up so fast because there's no reason for me to do it. Like, what's the reason for you to get good at C4D? For me with writing, it's so that Like, literally, the greatest work, the greatest movies out there, the greatest books, the greatest shows, it's about the story. Everything else doesn't matter. It's all about the story. All this, like, VFX and, like, fancy editing, that's all extra. But at the end of the day, it comes down to story. If you can't tell a good story, then, like, why am I trying to be a director? You know, what am I doing? So for me, that's so important. That's like, if you can't do this, then you're not gonna make it. Sorry. So for me, it's like, live or die. Get really good at writing and storytelling, or else. So that's my reasoning. Why are you trying to get good at Cinema 4D? Is it because you need to survive and get paid for something you love doing? That's a great reason. That's a really good reason. So keep it up. Just know that the work you're putting in, it might be hard. Like, no one likes working out. It sucks. But when you're done working out, you feel so good. And just like with C4D, when you're putting in the work every day consistently, and it's like, this sucks, work towards an end goal. Put something out. Finish something. That is so important, because you can look at that finished thing and be like, I made that. I finished that. Like, I want to do that again. That was really cool. And you're going to continue to drive yourself. It'll be like a circle, a cycle. A couple books that talk about this stuff that I am absolutely in love with. We got Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. This book scared me. It was like, yo, you want to be a writer, right? Well, what are you doing right now? Are you writing? Because writers, professional writers, they write, whether they want to or not. They are in a constant state of writer's block, and whether they're stuck for 2 days or 2 months, they're going to write every single day, whether they're stuck or not. And that was like, whoa. And it also was like, you know what? You have a shadow career stopping you from doing what you really need to be doing. And I was like, holy crap. So you're saying that, like, by taking this job or that job, I'm like putting myself in like a safe area so I don't have to go out of my comfort zone to do what I really know I need to do? And it gets into all that. Like, whoo, this book is good. And then Steven Pressfield, he has a bunch of books on writing and discipline. Do the Work is probably his most famous one. Steven Pressfield, Do the Work. He talks about when you're sitting down to write and you want to check Instagram, that's called resistance. It's stopping you from writing. You're writing and then you want to eat a snack, but you're not really hungry. That's called resistance, stopping you from writing. He breaks down resistance and talks about it as like the enemy, and you want to crush resistance at all by all means possible. So that's a really, really good book for being disciplined about a certain task. Also, another book, I don't have it with me, but it's called Mastery. There's 2 books called Mastery. Just make sure you get the right one, all right? It's called Mastery, and it's about consistently doing a task. That's the best way to get good at something. And the reason that's hard is because, let's say you just start out. You get really good at golfing. You buy all the stuff. You buy the clubs, you get the bags, you get your membership, all that. You go all in, and you get good at golfing. Like, you really get good, right? But the graph will eventually start to cap out, just like I'm looking at this stream graph right now. It started out like, yeah, and then it's capping, right? We're capped right here. There's like 250 people in here. Boom, right? It levels out, and that level may not move for a year. And for the people that want that instant fix, they're going to quit. They're going to go like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm learning so much. Feels good. And you're going to hit this plateau. And you're like, I don't like this. I don't like the plateau. I want that plateau again. Quit. Start something else. Get into another hobby. Boom, I love the plateau. Like, it feels so, or I love that rise. Boom, it feels good. And then you start plateauing again. It's like, I want that feeling again. You drop off. You start another hobby. Like, that's the worst thing you could be doing. You need to be consistent with your endeavors, right? So the idea is that in the beginning, you'll max out. Boom, you'll hit the plateau within the first 6 months, 3 months, whatever. And you're going to plateau for a year, maybe. And guess what? At the end of that year, if you stick with it, it'll go like this. The graph will go whoop, just a little bit, and it's gonna be super subtle, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna look back and be like, oh, that feels good. I think I'm getting better. And you do that year after year after year after year after year after year, and you will eventually become a master. Isn't that right, Gilbert? Isn't that right? If you eat every day, you're gonna get bigger and bigger. Ow. So Will Campos at Rocket Jump explained it to me like this, because I was so frustrated. I was like, dude, writing is so hard. This sucks. I don't enjoy this. And he was like, well, dude, when you played Dark Souls, did you enjoy losing like the entire game? Did you feel like you were getting better throughout the entire game? And I was like, no. And he's like, exactly. And when you went back to the beginning, did you realize how much you've grown? When you started the game over? And I was like, yeah. Actually, yeah. He's like, well, writing is the same thing. And I was like, what? What? You just blew my mind. Because you're getting better, but the challenges are getting harder. So you're getting better like this, but the challenges are getting harder at the same level. And you're like, I'm just stuck. I'm not getting better. This is the worst, because it's getting hard. Like, it's getting harder, and you're getting better at the same time. But if you were to go like, if you were to start the game over and go back to look at your first script or look at your first render, you'd be like, oh, this sucks. I've gotten so much better. So you have to stick with it. Just continue and stick with it. Beat Dark Souls, okay? I still need to beat Dark Souls 3. I saw a super chat. Don't want to miss you. Riley Pearson, sweet. Okay, I absolutely love you and all the work, all your work. I'm wondering, should I dedicate my time to learning Blender or Unreal as far as helping with filmmaking? Okay, yeah, awesome. So, good question. It just depends on, like, for me, I'm in Unreal, all right? I just know because I'm already in Blender, or I'm already in Cinema 4D. I have a good basis. Let's go and learn something new. I'm going to learn Unreal. Now, for you, if you're starting out and you don't have any 3D background, I would say jump into Blender, because that's going to give you, like, your foundation. Blender will give you your foundation, and you'll be able to go from there. Unreal is very, very technical and complicated, and there's so much. It's a video game engine. You're making a video game, and then you're adding sound design to it. Like, there's so much. You don't want to get overwhelmed. It's possible that you'll get overwhelmed very quickly, and you'll have to know to just stick in with it, stick through, right? But I think if you were to learn Blender first, if you don't know any of those programs, start with Blender. Yeah, definitely start with Blender. Come back to Unreal later. It'll be there for you. So don't worry about that. And check out Blender Guru and Ian Hubert. They got really nice tutorials for you. They will take care of you. Not Czar. That's the currency. Brandon, what's up, dude? How you doing? Okay, what are my thoughts on Unreal 5 breaking the polygon barrier? How will software like C4D or Blender be able to support billions and billions of polygons? Okay. What are my thoughts on Unreal 5 breaking the polygon barrier? I think it's groundbreaking. I think Unreal Engine is the future, truly is the future, which is why I'm trying to learn it. How will software like Blender or C4D be able to support? They'll figure it out. Hey, technology is advancing every single day, all right? So it's all going to catch up, right? It's all going to catch up. Cinema 4D and Blender, they have, like, they're just different programs. There are a lot of things that you can't do in Unreal that you can do in Blender and C4D, okay? So they serve different purposes. There's definitely overlap, all right? There's certainly some overlap, but, like, if this is Blender and this is Unreal, like, your Venn diagram might be somewhere, like, in there. So it's not like you have to quit a certain program to go to another. You're just learning new tools, right? All right, what else do we got? We're caught up, I probably have time for a couple more questions. My girlfriend gets back from her dentist appointment soon, and I want to be able to spend time with her. It is her birthday. Okay, yeah, VFX Wizard. Good question. Do you have do you have a process for coming up with new ideas? When do you find and think of your best ideas? Great question. I always carry around with me a journal or a notepad right here. So if I have an idea, I can write it out. I also have my phone. I can type it out, whatever. My thumbs are freaking huge, so I constantly am having to go back and spell correct everything, and it drives me nuts. So I'd rather just write it. Definitely, it's like a muscle. Coming up with ideas is like a muscle. So the more you do it, the better you'll get, right? So when we're brainstorming at work and you're bouncing ideas off of a person, it definitely helps to have a brainstorming partner. Coming up with ideas, calling a friend, saying, hey, I got this idea. What do you think about this? And then you bounce it around for a little bit. And then they'll come up with an idea that you hadn't thought about. And that'll give you an idea to come up with another idea, you know? So having a brainstorming partner helps a lot. And not letting any good idea or decent idea or whatever idea slip by, okay? Write it down and review it. Look at it later. Another reason why this book is the best, the 5 a.m. Club. It talks about journaling and reviewing your day. You need to review your day, think about all the things that were good, that were bad, how you can change it. And writing down all of your ideas is definitely crucial. I also have a Trello board. If you guys know about Trello, look into Trello. I know there's a couple other services that do something similar, but I use Trello because I'm able to quickly type out ideas and pin them to this board. And I can move them around like note cards. If you were writing a movie or something, you have your note cards and you pin them up against the wall. So Trello is a great way for me to track my thoughts and my ideas. And I'll just pop onto my phone, add it to Trello, done. And I look at Trello every morning, every night. And it's a checklist for me. So I'm able to track how much I'm getting done. So yeah, certainly write down all your ideas, find a brainstorming partner, find someone who like has the same kind of like comedic humor as you, comedic style as you, and surround yourself with people that make you better, right? And I promise you, your ideas will boom, 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 start capping out. Also, take breaks. I've come up with dumb stuff in the shower. I had a dream. This is crazy. I had a dream about Cardboard Warfare 3, like last week. And I woke up and immediately wrote it down because I did not want to forget. It was a direction to go for Cardboard Warfare 3, which I am doing. I'm promising you guys I'm going to do it. And it's going to be sci-fi. And it's going to be amazing. All right? I don't know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. Don't let those ideas slip away. Write them down. All right? Cherish them. All right, back to it. What do we got? I'm looking at the app punishers here. What's your take on quality versus quantity? This is from Anaz. I have spent so much time trying to perfect every single thing in my project. Should I make more or should I be making more or should I be taking my time? That's a good one. That's a good question. Yeah, what's the quantity versus quality balance? I personally am very detail oriented and love making something look really good. Now, you have to think about it critically and ask yourself, to get the look of this 5% better, is it going to take 90% of my time? That would be, nope, just move on, okay? But you do want to finish things. You want to finish things. We actually did a podcast with Andrew Price. He is the Blender Guru. It was me and Ren. We did it on Corridor Cast, so definitely go check that out. And we talked about that exact question. And his idea on it was, you need to finish things. It's why he doesn't do the everyday thing, like the Beeple thing. His idea with that is that if you just do this every day, you're not gonna get any better than that. You're just giving yourself a day. Give yourself 2 weeks. Give yourself a week or 3. Give yourself a month. Really, like, you're working a different muscle, you know? You need to think outside the box a little bit, and you need to push harder. Now, there's also the people who spend like 5 years on a video. Yo, you need to move on. You need to move on to the next thing. I think like spending a month or 2 on a project is great. Maybe 3 months on a project is amazing. That, for me, it gives me enough time to like put my detail work into it and spend really good time on it and make it look nice. I don't want to release anything that is shoddy, half quality. I need to make it the best I can make it, right? But if it's going to take you a freaking year to do, maybe it takes you a year. I don't know. Cardboard Warfare 2 took me 6 months, 7 months, but it was super worth it. I had so much fun along the way. But I wasn't like sitting there tweaking pixels. I was doing the work that needed to be done to finish the project because it was just me. It's just one guy doing it. So that's going to take a little bit longer by default. You just have to ask yourself, am I being ridiculous here? Like, am I being productive? Am I spending my time the wisest? Another book for you is called Eat That Frog. I think it's in my bedroom. It's called Eat That Frog, and it talks about how to maximize your productivity and spend your time on the most important things first thing of the day. Spend all your time getting the most important thing done first. And not until you're finished with that do you move on to the second most important thing first. And then you finish that. As opposed to just going all around the list. Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, you need to think about what's the most important thing, put it to the top, and start with that first thing and knock that out. This 5 a.m. Club book talks about the same thing. Okay, back to questions. Will you do a duo stream with Ren, Ian Hubert, or Beeple in the future? Mr. Dingle-Winkle. Deeren, is that you? I don't know. But Deeren's one of our mods. Will I do a duo stream? Yes, absolutely. I will do a duo stream. I have a list of guests that I am dying to do this with, and I think it will probably be... Here's the thing. I have to figure out how to technically do a dual stream. I don't know how to do a collab stream. My stream knowledge is kind of low, and it's something that I should prioritize a little bit higher on my list and learn a little bit more about. Because yeah, I want to do, dude, here's like the dream. Here's the dream. I want to do streams with Beeple. I want to do streams with Ren. I want to do streams with Ian Hubert. I want to do streams with Andre Librov. That would be, dude, that would be awesome. I want to do a stream with Ash Thorpe. I would love to do a stream with, dude, heck yeah, freaking Octane Jesus, David, he'd be down. I'd love to do a stream with EJ. Yeah, there's just so many people that I want to collaborate with. I just need to figure out how to. Oh, I want to do a stream with Chris Schmidt, certainly, and I'd love to do a stream with Matthias. Like, there's a lot of people I want to stream with, and I think it could be really fun. But I just need to figure out how to do it. So that'll certainly happen. It'll certainly happen. What else do we got, guys? What else do we got? What's my favorite person to work with at Corridor? Okay, yeah. Good question. Each person has a different, like, attribute or a different, like, quality that I love about them. So Sam, I love coming up with stories with Sam. He's my favorite person to write with at Corridor by far. We can really sit down and break a story down and break a short down without thinking about money or budget or timeline. Like, we're able to put that stuff aside and really think about what's the best idea and let's take it to the max. He's really, really good with that. So I love writing with Sam. I love doing VFX with Ren. He's my favorite person to do VFX with because Ren is so talented. Like, we bounce off of each other so well. We give each other these notes that are just so good. They're so crispy right in that moment. It's like, hey, you should do this and tweak that. And he's like, oh, yeah, perfect. And there's no ego with any of us. It's just like, let's just make this the best that we can. And like, we kind of complement each other. I'm more of like the CG 3D guy, and Ren is more of like the After Effects compositing guy. And we team up and collaborate so well together. Who else? Like, Nick and Dean, both of those guys on the Corridor crew side of things, I love spending time with them. I love spending time with both of those guys because it's really kind of like a break for me from Corridor. Spending time with Nick and Dean on crew, I just get to like relax, not think about work, and just have fun. And we're able to, like, they're able. I'll give them any performance they want, anything that they want. I'll amp it up in a certain way. A lot of like the corridor crew kind of stuff is it's elevated just a little bit, and we'll kind of joke around and pretend like we're being straight faced and like, yeah, you know, as a kid I wanted to. It was my dream to transform into Optimus Prime. Like that was just a goofy little thing that Nick came up with that I delivered in a certain way. So me and Nick have this really nice kind of vibe when we're filming crew stuff, and it's the same with Dean. Dean is such a good dude. I love him a lot. So like those are basically the collaborators, and then Nico is really good he takes like he'll take the final vision, or he'll take like what me and Sam write. We'll bust out this thing, and he'll be like, from a business side, I think you need to tweak this, this, and this in order for us to get this done. And he'll put these restraints on us that at first we're like, ah, but then when you think about it, it's like, no, you're right. That made it better. That did make it better. So Nico has that touch, that zest, you know, at the end, which really, really helps. It may not be fun to hear in the moment, but at the end of the day, it's the right call and it's the way to go. Yeah. All right. Last couple questions. Actually, real quick. I got 2 more questions. These last 2 super chats, and then I'm gonna announce the stream winners or the challenge winners. Okay, and then I gotta bounce because it's my girlfriend's birthday. She's probably gonna text. She just called me. Okay. Quinn asks, any other VR projects in the works at Corridor? I work with VR for industrial training, and I know Corridor creatively could bring some really cool ideas to the entertainment space. Yes, Corridor is releasing a website soon, and I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but there's some exciting stuff coming. One of the things has to deal with VR. Okay, so I'll say that much. Exciting stuff. And then we got Double T92 asks, what do you think would be the best option to get experience in video game development? I have an associate's degree in video game design. It's been 3 years. I live in Fort Lauderdale. Crazy, Fort Lauderdale. That's where my uncle is the firefighter captain. My grandpa, he's passed now, was a firefighter, and he's in the Fort Lauderdale firefighter like memorial. Crazy, that's weird. Okay, but you're asking, what do you think would be the best option to get experience in video game development? Dude, I don't develop video games, but I would just go to the websites of all the video game developers that you love, whether it's Guerrilla Games or Naughty Dog or Stress Level Zero, whatever. Valve. Look at their hiring lists. Go to careers, jobs, and look at what they're hiring for and see what you need to get that job, and focus on those areas. The only reason I say that is because I was looking at a Quixel, their job application thing, and it was saying, like, I was just curious, and it was saying if you want to do like photo scans, you need to know this, or if you want to know this, or you have to know that. So maybe that's a good direction for you to go, Double. That's about all I have. Francisco Campos, holy crap, thank you, sir. Awesome super chat. Didn't even have a question. He was just like, you know what? I got you. Shoot, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the questions. I feel like we should do this once a quarter. Or maybe more. I don't know. I feel like once a week, or I'm sorry, once a month would be too much. But maybe once a quarter, going into the new season. What can we do? Like, we'll touch base every season, every quarter. I like that. Javier, how do you choose the best partners / friends? Man, that's such a personal thing. I try to surround myself with the best people possible. I don't want to spend too much time with negative people who say I can't do something. I want to surround myself with people who want to do to do really cool stuff, who want to do passionate stuff, creative stuff, who are very ambitious. I love spending time with people like that. And I love people who can talk openly about anything. The deeper the conversation, the better. Otherwise, it's just, it might as well be what's the word? It's oh shoot, what's the word? It's not a friend. It's like someone you know. This is bad. Like you're associated with them, but you're not really friends. And someone you're like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Small talk. All right, see you later. Like, there's no depth there, you know? So, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Let's get through these, let's get out of here. Let's get through the challenge winners, guys. So, if you don't know, well, first off, if you're not subscribed, I looked at the freaking thing, all right? And it said, like, what is it? Like, 90% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So, if you guys aren't subscribed right now, subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying this and you want more of this, I do this every single week, all right? I stream Cinema 4D education every week and try and help you guys out, try and help you guys along and learn as much together as possible. Subscribe, please. It helps me a lot. And leave a comment about what you liked about the video, what you think I could do better, how could I improve, or ask me some more questions. I'll answer more questions in the comments, all right? So just ask your questions in the comments. I got you. I'll go through it. But for those of you who don't know, I have a Discord server. It's called Learning with Clint. And it's a great place for you guys to join a community of passionate people who are eager to learn as much as possible and who are willing to help you learn as well. All right. So the link to that should be in the description as well. And every single week at the end of these live streams, I announce the winners of the weekly challenge that I hold. And then I issue a new challenge every single week. All right. So let's do it. Let's talk about the challenge winners. The prompt was, what was it? Like clandestine technology or something like that. Old school technology. I forget. What was it? Clandestine technology is kind of the vibe. But let me just double check. Let me hop in here to the Discord. Let's see. Ba-bum. Create with Clint. All right. Submissions. Weekly challenge. Vintage technology. That's what it was. So what I have here, I've actually saved out all of the images. We're going to go through them all, take a look, and choose the top 5 winners. So let me open PureRef and close. Let me bring my head down. Sweet. Okay. And then let me drop in all of the submissions. We had a lot. Dude. Look at all these. That is awesome. All right, I got to learn how to use PureRef. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to go through and I'm going to start breaking these off into like, I'll go through everyone and I'll move them off into a little section, okay? So it looks like we have an image here by Artifact. This is an old phone. This is cool. I like how you went black and white with it. I like your lighting. I think you could use some surface imperfections on this render. Your composition is not bad. You know, it's just an old phone sitting on the ground here. Maybe this guy could be standing up or something. It'd be a little easier to see what it is. But yeah, certainly the surface imperfections are lacking a little bit. It's too clean. You need some smudges, maybe some scratches and stuff. But I like your lighting. I think it's good. So I'll move this to this pile. I don't know what that pile is, but it's over here. This guy here, this is from Adam P98. All right, and you did a typewriter. This is pretty sweet. I like your lighting. I think I think you're lacking detail in this. Like, there could be a lot more stuff on this desk. It'd be really cool if, like, there's a bunch of stuff on the desk and the typewriter was the focus. Your light is kind of half shining on the typewriter and the papers, so I don't really know where to look. This side of the frame has a lot of activity, and there's just a lot of dead space on this side. And it is pretty dark. So composition-wise, I think can be improved a little bit, maybe by adding more things, putting more time into it. This is maybe the situation where we talked about doing like that weekly challenge or the daily challenge versus like spending a month or two on something. You could put more work into this guy. Not to say that your work is bad, because your typewriter is actually really, really nice. And your lighting is good and the papers look nice. I think it's just composition. And you have a really sad love letter here. That's rough. I will also put this over here. Next we have, I think this is Blaster. Let me just be sure. Oh, Sharp Aluminum Flavor. This is an old photo of your dad. He was a TV and radio like builder, I guess. And you try to recreate the photo. I would love to see that photo. But this is awesome, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is all the detail going in here. A lot of detail in here. Super nice. You got your M&M's package. Your lighting is great. I love the top lighting. The person definitely looks waxy. People are hard. It's why I don't do people. Or I don't really include close-ups of people in my renders, because that's just, it's really hard to make look realistic. But I think you did a really good job here, man. This is awesome. Very sentimental. This is your dad. An old photo of your dad. You got the film grain going. This is really good. I like this a lot. I'm going to move this over here on this side. Next up, we have an image by, who is this? Perihelion. All right, so this is cool, man. This is an asset. This is just like an asset here that you created of this radio. Nice surface imperfections. You got your scratches and smudges. Super cool. It's just lacking any sort of like scene or story. It's just the thing, you know? It's just the thing sitting on a table. Very similar to the typewriter. It's not bad. I think it just maybe needs a little bit more story. It could be filled in a little bit more. In terms of your asset, I think it rocks, man. You beveled your edges. That's great. You got your surface imperfections. Give it, maybe denoise it a little bit or a couple more samples, because I can see those fireflies. Set your GI clamp to 1 if you are in Octane, for your Octane settings. But yeah, I love this, dude. This is super cool. I'm going to put this in this area right here. Next up, we have this awesome Game Boy. This speaks to me because I have a very soft spot in my heart for Nintendo, actually, and the Game Boy. The Game Boy Color was my first system. This is by Froskelactro. Freaking awesome, dude. I love this. Like, I can't recall if the A and B buttons had the A and B indented into them, but I love how you have like the text is faded away. I love that. This is really, really well done. This is such a good render. Ooh, that's a good one, man. I'm gonna put that, let's see. I'll put that here as well. Next up, we have this image by Chuck 4D. This is a old film camera, super nice. It, again, is just an asset sitting on a table, but it's a really nice close-up. Like, you have your video co-pilot smudged lens thing going, a little bit of film grain in here, and it's just a really detailed model. I like this a whole lot. Very well done. You got your surface imperfections and your scratches and stuff. This is awesome. I'm also going to put this into this pot right here. Next up, we have an image by Rich. And this looks like an old computer thing? Typewriter thing? I'm not really sure. There's a gun over here randomly. Yeah, a situation where it's just a thing sitting on the table. Not bad. I think composition could be a bit more focused. You don't need the gun. I think you can get closer to this. And it looks like camo almost, like the surface imperfections are a bit too uniform, and then the keys are a bit too clean. But this isn't bad, man. This isn't bad. None of these are actually bad, which is the coolest part. I'm gonna put this over. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. Now these two are very similar. This is cool. So this one is by David Katz. Very nice. Cool little computer room. This isn't bad. Not bad at all. Like, there's a lot of detail that went into this. I feel like the floor is lacking a couple things. It's a little empty. But your lighting is really nice. The lighting is really good. Your ceiling is all broken up. That's cool. You have some detail over here with the circuit breakers. This is really good. I'm going to put this... Where should this go? Maybe it goes here. I don't quite know what these piles are for yet, but we'll figure it out. Everyone say happy birthday to Kim. It's her birthday today. She's waving from the side. Here's Gilbert. All right, I'm almost done. We're going over all the submissions. And then we're going to enjoy birthday. All right. This image here is by Lucas T. Also really cool. You got your wall of TVs with your little foreground subject and some grass. This is pretty sweet. Not much to say about this. This is cool. I'm going to put this in... Oh, spacebar. That's a good... Oh, man, I'm all over the place in this program. I need to learn it. I'll put this here as well. All right, this image here I love. All right, this is by MDK. So well done. Just a beautiful render, and it's presented in a very nice way. It's on your old Polaroid, and there's actually a Boss Town 2 reference in there. That's hilarious. I don't know what these ones are. Hadn't figured that out yet. But yeah, this is incredible. Your lighting is so good. Your model's so good. Your presentation is so good. I'm going to sneak this over here. Next up, we got this image here. This is by Blaster Jax of your old, what do you call this? Something phone. It's a record player blasted out through this giant speaker. All right, so yeah, the first thing, I feel like it's just lacking a bit of detail. Like, what room is this? Where is this? The lighting, it's a bit faded. It looks like, and I can see the actual like polygons in here. Right? You can smooth this out. You can actually thicken up this little trumpet piece and smooth it out. Yeah, your UVs here are a little off. So you definitely want to make sure that your smoothing and everything is correct and make sure your normals are facing the right way. I would fill out this bookshelf. You need to texture your walls and your floor, certainly. But I know that for a lot of you guys, you actually said this is your first time entering the contest, and you've been working in 3D for like 3 months. So the fact that you guys are actually doing the work and putting the stuff in, super proud of you guys. So do not stop. Do not get discouraged. This just needs more time. That's it. It just needs more time. So, who again? Blaster. Yeah, just keep it up, man. Keep it up. I'm going to move this one on over here. All right, next we have this image here by Mr. Suyog. This is really cool. I dig this a lot. Technology is the campfire around which we tell our stories. Yeah, I love all the detail you have in here. This is what I'm talking about. You filled it with stuff. This is like someone's workspace. You got your hat. You got your little telescope, your glasses, old film cameras, large format, medium format. cameras, all the shots up here. It looks like we got some chromatic aberration. We got some film grain. This is nice, dude. This is really nice. I'm going to put this over here. All right, more games. Dracon 12355. This one's sick, man. I love this. This just has a soft place in my heart. Very nice. Okay, so I think your background is way too saturated. And it's too bright. I think you can take down the background and keep the brightness focused on the NES here. Love the surface imperfections on the glass right here. And it looks like you have some subsurface scattering in the plastic here. Super cool. Yeah, I would just focus your light on the Nintendo. Take it down in the background. Reduce your contrast, or reduce your saturation in the background. It's just too much, too intense. I'm going to put this one here. Solid work. I don't know. Is it here? Maybe I'll put it there. I'll put it there. All right. Cyberpunk 2017. This is super cool. I love this. This is by Eric Bowers, and his son did the pixel art on the screen here. Super cool backstory on that. Yeah, this is sick, man. I love this idea. It's like a new game, but put into an old school style cabinet. I mean, dude, great work. This is a solid asset. Like, I'd play this for sure. Yeah, you got some nice volumetric fog coming in. You got your cigarettes down here. I love this. I just feel like you could have probably like duplicated this and put it one over here and one to the right and left and right of it. Oh, you have your coins across here too? That's nice. Yeah, if you like, I feel like you just need to fill out the scene a little bit more, as opposed to just a dark room. Or if it was like sitting on the carpet of an abandoned arcade, that would have been sick. But the asset itself is killer, dude. Super killer. I love this. I'm gonna put this right here. Next, we got one from who is this? I know who this is. Ice Cream Paint Job, doing constant good work. This is the Cat Assault. You came up with your own vintage technology. I love this. It catapults the salt and pepper right into your hand. Why grab the salt and pepper? Why pass the salt and pepper if you could just catapult it? This is fun, man. Like, you invented your own thing. That's great. That's freaking huge. Love it. And your renders are always nice. Really, really nice. I'll put this over here. Next, we have this like this is by Maxime. It's ramen with a telephone in it. I don't quite know. This is good though. I like your telephone model is good. You got your surface imperfection going. Really nice. Right in here. Your noodles are a bit lackluster. Like, the noodles are hard, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Noodles are hard. We did a ramen challenge, and most people got the noodles wrong. Or rather, most people didn't quite get the noodles looking as realistic as possible. They're very tough, very tough. But I do like your lighting here, and I like how it's on against the cyc, which is this like infinite backdrop of color. If you're gonna do a single object without anything else in the scene, I feel like this is the best way to go against the cyc. So this is good, man. I'm gonna put this. I'll put this on this side. Next, we have an image by God 9005, or just God. This is cool. Yeah, super cool. It's a room, volumetric fog coming in. You got some stuff going on. Framing could tilt down a little bit, maybe back out a little bit. If this is a 35, you could probably go 25 and tilt down a hair. I think this just needs more detail. If you're going to do a whole room, you need more detail. You got to bevel your edges. Always bevel your edges here. Set your texture to box if you're in C4D, because it's wrapping around the sides irregularly here. Up your samples. Set your GI clamp to 1. You'll get rid of those fireflies. I love the surface imperfections on the TV. Very nice. I wonder if that's from Model Haven. They got some good stuff. You got your library. This is good. Volumetric fog, sick. Good work. I'll put this here. Next, we got this gas pump by Joey Masty. The gas pump is awesome. The ground it's sitting on, I feel like it's clipped. You're clipped onto the ground here. Your rocks, you have a yellow rock and orange rock. Like these rocks, I can tell were just kind of placed back here. And your ground texture, it just needs more to it. It needs some shrubs and stuff, just more detail. Your mountains aren't bad. Your sky's not bad. I like the film grain that you added. The mountains do feel like they're close and small. I would really push those back there and scale them up. But again, if you're going to do an outdoor environment like this, you're kind of setting yourself up for a lot of work because you have to detail all this stuff to make it look legit. But I love this model here. This is really good. Minus this little like polygon little broken piece here. Not bad. But hey man, good work. I'll put this right here. Next we have this vehicle by who is this? Layat Helissa. Yeah, this is cool design. Cool design for a vehicle. Again, just needs more work. You need to bevel your edges. You need to work on your surface imperfections and not make it as uniform. You need to add more detail, add more geometric detail. Your wheels are probably too skinny. They need thicker treads. Your ground certainly needs a bit more work. You could scale down your texture, I believe, or find another texture. It's a little low poly. But I love the idea. It's very like Simon Stalenhag. Keep going with this. Just keep working on this. Again, I know a lot of you guys had just entered this contest for the first time after doing 3D for like 3 or 4 months, which is very, very impressive. So please keep it up. Let's put this guy over here. Next, we have a Walkman by Edward. This is super cool. I don't know what's on the screen. I really don't know what's on the screen. Is that a nuclear blast or is that an X-ray reading of a pregnancy? I cannot tell. Good job getting the headphone foam like smushed down on the bottom. That's a good detail. Again, if you're going to do just an image of one thing, it's against a psych, a solid color background. It feels like you don't have to add all that detail in. You're not setting yourself up for a headache. So this is good. I like this a lot. Yeah, this is good. Solid work. I'll put this right here. This is great. This is by, who is this by? Sitter. Cool story. I like the story. And there's an Octane logo on the TV. And you got a skeleton. Been working too hard, too much Starbucks. This is just money. Just money coffee cups. I like your story. I like your presentation. This is good. Yeah, this is awesome. I like your lighting. You got the magenta, green, opposing colors going on. Very nice. Heck yeah. Not much more to say about that. I like it. Other than, bevel your edges, please. Bevel your edges. It'll catch the light. This is by... Who is this by? Jack Christensen. Yeah, I think you've won some of these. This is good, man. It's an environment. This is a full-on environment. So I've been playing a lot of Last of Us recently, and they constantly are cutting holes in the ceiling to let light shine down. I feel like you can let more light shine down, Jack. Yeah, your emissive here, I think, could be maybe a little brighter, or you could take away that noise that you have inside. It's a little fuzzy. Your glass is a little thick. You need to bevel your edges here on the door frame. You got to bevel those edges. And I think, again, you're going for a wide angle view of an environment, of an interior room. You're setting yourself up for a lot of work. It's suffering from a lack of detail. It needs more detail. You need stuff on the walls. You need more stuff. You just need to fill it with more stuff. This bottle is floating in the air. Why? Yeah, you need more stuff. Need more stuff. All right. This one here, this is like a flying machine. So you have like the wings here, this little thing in the back. And this is by Mr. Echo, David Da Vinci Flying Machine. Okay. I couldn't tell what this was at first. So I think the biggest issue with this render is that it needs a different angle. You need to film it or shoot it from a different angle. Or zoom out or something. Because it's very hard to tell what this is. And again, it's kind of suffering from like an object sitting on just the ground here. And it feels like there needs to be more stuff in the environment. However, I think this is really cool. I think this asset you've created is super cool. It just needs to be presented in a different way. Or if you're going to put it into an environment, it needs to be filled out. The environment needs to be filled out. Again, setting yourself up for a lot of work when you're putting it into an environment, because now you have to put together this whole environment that looks real so that you could present your one thing, you know, like figure out a different way. Like if it's not up against the cyc, maybe it's just in the corner of a barn or something. But this is not bad. Which, hey, corner of a barn, you kind of did that. You just need to work on your ground. It's a little too uniform. Add some barrels, you know. I think you get the idea. We're almost done. We only have like 8 more. I'll try and get through these. Paul, this is your render. Solid asset, dude. 10 out of 10 asset. This is awesome. Like I could see this on modelhaven.com. No problem. Fantastic. Kind of dealing with the same problem, you know, it's sitting, it's just the object sitting in an environment. I think it just needs more of that environment. You have some maps, you did a good job on that. You have a wall, but I feel like there'd just be more detail that could kind of go into this. But the technology itself, dude, is solid. I really like. I don't even know what this thing is, but it is. It looks really cool. I'm gonna put it over here. Next, we have a TV by Paul. Another Paul. And hey, you beveled your edges. Great work. You beveled your edges. Yes. You see how it catches the light? Yeah, good work. Super good work. Set your GA clamp to 1 if you're an octane. It'll get rid of those fireflies. I think you need surface imperfections. You need smudges. You need scratches. And it needs to be presented in a certain way, not just floating in the air against the HDRI. But I think this is cool. Good work. Good work. We have this brain thing. I don't know what this is, but this is by, who is this by? Where are you? Why can't I not? Oh, Jay's Monster. I don't know what this thing is, dude. It said it in the description. I was saving out all the images. Didn't have time because I was like running down to the last minute, but this is craziness. Good detail work. Really, really good detail work on here. Solid detail work. You just need more surface imperfections on these nails, and I think it needs, you see how they're reflecting black? I know that Grayscale Gorilla has a metal HDRI pack that like allows metal to look really nice against black because it's lit from all these different lights. It's reflecting black, so it's just giving you back black, which doesn't look as good. But this is cool. Very interesting. Still don't know what it is, but interesting. Put this over here. We have a radio, super solid asset. I love it. It looks actually a little low poly, but it's not bad, man. Like, this is really cool. This is by... Who is this by? No Drama Llama. Yeah, man, this is cool. I dig this. I could totally see this in a video game. Very nice. You have some, like, anti-aliasing going on here. Definitely want to get rid of that. Maybe a couple more surface imperfections. It's a little, like, blurry. It feels low poly and blurry to me. Like a game asset you'd find in the corner or something. I see you kind of went for that cyc presentation, meaning a cyc is a backdrop of a certain color that ramps up in the back, so it looks infinite. I think you can probably use a different color, but man, this is cool. I love your colors, and I love that you like probably referenced something and built this out, so that's solid. We have a film camera by dun, dun, dun. Where are you at? This is when I'm starting to lose it. My brain points. Oliver Hawk. This is by Oliver Hawk. Super cool film camera. You got your Super 8 film down here. Yeah, this is nice. Again, you're in a situation where, you know, you try to put it in the environment, and you want to fill out the environment. I just don't know where this is or what this would be. It looks like a bench of some sort. But it looks a little empty. I feel like you can crop in. Like, you want to crop into, like, here or something. You know, there's no reason to keep it so wide. You can even crop in to, like, here or something and render it from here. But yeah, you got the spider webs going. This is super cool. I think you did a really good job. You got your surface imperfections. You modeled this really well. You textured it really well. And you got your details. You have your manual and your film and everything. So this is good. This is really good. Just, I think it could really benefit from a recrop. I'll put this over here. Next we have this image by Sacapuntas. This just reminds me of the Matrix when they're in the Nebuchadnezzar going through the underground tunnels. But I feel like it's lacking in detail, and I don't quite know what this is or where they're going or who. Like, is that yeah, that looks like a cigarette, which is cool. That's a cool addition, but I'm missing a little bit more story, a little bit more context, and I think it could use a bit more detail. And I think you can actually shift your angle too. You can probably work on your composition, maybe centering this up exactly frame center, and having these chairs on a symmetrical left and right side of the frame, I think would be cool. But this isn't bad. Keep it up. Certainly keep it up. All right, why can I not? What did I do? Did I lock something? I think I locked something. I don't know how I did that. Shoot, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna have to roll with it like this, I guess. We got this one here next. This is by Yoshi. Love it. You got my skull up on here. Freaking crazy. Some glasses. That's awesome. Some floppy disks, brains and whatnot. I like this a lot. This is really cool. I think you can up your samples probably. Maybe a little less film grain. It feels a little fuzzy. And I think you can probably light it a little bit. Like, you can add some different lights maybe in the background. I know that you're trying to probably hide the background because there's no detail back there, but I'm kind of losing this computer monitor. And the focus is kind of, let's see, my focus goes here immediately, and then it comes here, and then it'll stray over here and look down this way, and kind of comes back around. So not bad. I think you could crop this again to something like, yikes. Dang it, how do I full screen this thing? Canvas, Control F, okay. Yeah, that's not bad, man. That's not bad at all. 3 more, and then we'll announce these winners. I know we've been going for a while, huh? Let's see. This is by... It's getting harder and harder now. Okay, this is by Saranch. And I confirmed you had only done 3D for 3 months, and you said this looked way cooler in your head. All good, man. You did a really good job. Keep going, okay? Keep it up. Make sure you bevel your edges. I like the painterly kind of look you went for, because you're trying to break it up a little bit. I can see what you're doing. Really cool. It just needs more detail. Keep adding that detail. Your lighting is fine, okay? Give this actual glass here, and maybe just switch out this background for a couple more trees, as opposed to just one tree right in your face. Yeah, it just needs more detail and more time. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Make sure your edges are beveled right here. Get some shelves going, get some pictures going. Keep working on it. And keep it up. Don't stop. Don't get discouraged, all right? This is really good. Second to last, we have a floppy disk, a really detailed floppy disk. This is like when you're playing Resident Evil 2 remake, you open up an item and you like look around, you look at it. Or like in Last of Us 2, you pick up an item and you look at it. This is top notch. Really, really nice asset. It's just an asset against black though, versus it being integrated into an environment or sticking out from a computer or something. But this is by Kitty Cat Candy. Really good work. Super solid render. And finally, we have the film camera by Breach. Get those samples up. Get your GA clamp to 1. Get rid of those fireflies. Not bad. I think the composition could be a little bit better. Your focus is really shallow, really intense. But so it's hard to see the object. But I think all in all, this is pretty good, man. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at all the renders. So I'm feeling like all of these here in the middle are like a really, really good asset or a really good scene. But they're lacking something, whether they're lacking detail in a background, or whether they're lacking like some of them aren't even lacking anything. Like this is just good, you know. This is just nice. This one needs the surface imperfections. These two are amazing. Like I love this so much, and this guy here. So this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be difficult. This is such a good asset. I think it just needs more context. You know, same here. This is a solid asset. It just needs more detail in the background. Same for these guys down here. These guys, I feel like need a bit more detail in the asset itself, or in the way it's presented. You know, here, like this just needs more work. Like solid idea, solid concept. If you just need to build it out a bit more. You know, this one here, difficult to tell what it is. Needs a bit more here with the lighting and the HDRI that you're using. This one here, missing some surface imperfections, missing some context, missing an environment that it's sitting in. You know, this one here, a solid asset, but no story, you know, or anything. You know, the background is up against, it's okay. It just needs a bit more work. That's all. Same for these guys. So that comes, I mean, this is definitely a winner. This is certainly a winner. So I'm going to put that, I'll put that over here. I can't move it anymore. Jeez, what the heck? This is a winner for me. 100% winner. Like the detail, everything about this is great. The presentation, the story, the texturing, the lighting. So good. So good. Now, we have this, which is cool. The fact that you came up with your own thing is awesome. And not only did you come up with your own thing, you rendered it and textured it and lit it perfectly and presented it perfectly. So I'm pretty sure this is a winner here. This guy is really good. This is an example of lots of stuff in the frame, lots of detail. Look at the book, the photos, the pen, the glasses. Really, really nice. I think it could just be a little bit brighter. The lighting could be a little bit brighter. But I'm definitely considering this as a winner for now, unless something over here comes in and I like it a little bit more. This guy here is so close. This might be. Just might be. It's just that background is so saturated, and I think you can tilt down a little bit to focus more on the system. Let's see if anything over here changes my mind. Like, I love this. Why can't I move these things around? It's okay. Shoot, I think these two, the Game Boy and the camera, are like honorable mentions because these are so, like, these assets are so well done. This looks so nice. But like, compared to someone who made their own thing and rendered it and textured it in a really nice way and integrated it into like an old style ad, like, is really nice. I think it just takes it one step above. And then the difference between this and this is just integrated well. It's integrated really well. So I think I have to give it up for these 5 right here, guys. This is it. These are our winners. So congratulations to Ice Cream Paint Job for winning with your cat assault. Congratulations to Sharp Aluminum Flavor. I think this is like your 3rd win in a row with this awesome image of your dad. I'd love to see the original film shot. Congratulations to Mr. Suyog, I think. Yeah, Mr. Suyog with this beautiful image here. Congratulations to sorry, I have to find these. There was a lot of submissions. Congratulations to MDK with this beautiful picture. It'd be super cool to actually print this out with a Polaroid. That would be awesome. And congratulations to where are you? To Dracon12355. All of you guys are challenge winners this week. Thank you so much for your hard work. This was a really awesome. I think this might be the most successful weekly challenge of all time. I think it's had the most submissions, and I'm really digging these final results. So, guys, big news. Very big news. And I can't release all the news yet, but myself and NVIDIA, and connected with PNY as well, are teaming up and collaborating on something really cool for you guys, okay? So keep doing these weekly challenges. Keep stepping up your game, because there's going to be something big coming around the corner very soon that you do not want to miss out on, all right? I promise you do not want to miss out on. So stick around. If you guys are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. We got some cool stuff coming along. I'm going to do my surface imperfection tutorial, breaking down the whole thing. We're going to make some ourselves. So yeah, if you guys didn't have, if I didn't answer your comment or your question, please leave a comment down below. I will answer it, no problem. And let's figure out this last, not last. See, this is my brain is dead at the end of this thing. Let's figure out the weekly challenge right now. I'm taking submissions. What do you guys think? What should we do for the weekly challenge? Go ahead and leave your ideas. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and hanging out. So cool to have y'all. Way to go. Friggin' way to go. Everyone's stuck in. I'm going to check here for super chats. Make sure I didn't miss any. Nope. We're good. We are all good. My throat hurts after these. I've talked for so much. Sweet. That was a good one, guys. That was a solid one. Car. I feel like, no, we've done car. Character's not bad. Cinema, okay. Candy. Candy's not bad. Evolver, what's up, Chris? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very, very much. Super solid. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Environment. Oh, environment. You guys want the hard ones. Recreate a movie scene. You guys want the really hard ones. A carnival. Sounds hard. A dragon. That sounds intense. A UFO. Ooh. Looping animations. Interesting. Abstract. Favorite food. Large scale scene. product pack. UFO horror. So we've done cars already. Volumetrics. Volumetrics would be tough. Something psychedelic. Water. Food. Landscape. How to... water, lakes, oceans, aircraft, candy, game, environment, city. Ancient architecture. Creature. Creature could be interesting. Space. All right, we did planets, movie scene, sci-fi, steampunk weapon, gadget. Keep going, guys. Keep going. We're gonna figure it out. All right, so creature. I like creature, but I'm not gonna call it yet. Jungle, corridor, aquatic, neon, aquatic. Ooh, aquatic. That could be interesting. Aquatic or creature. Plant or photogrammetry. We did potted plant in the past. All right, hey, if you guys if we were to call it between creature and aquatic, what would you guys want? What do you think? Deep sea creature. Well, I guess creature could be a deep sea creature. Aquatic, lots of aquatic. Let's see. Okay, aquatic creature, aquatic. Okay, it looks like aquatic is it. All right, aquatic. Here we go. This week's weekly challenge is aquatic. You guys need to create some sort of scene that uses that prompt, the aquatic prompt. Don't just download a Turbo Squid model, slap it in, and light it and call it done. Create that model yourself. The point is to learn as much as you can this week, okay? So come up with something aquatic. Use that to inspire you to create whatever the heck you're feeling deep inside your aquatic soul. And follow the Discord link down below. There's a, you guys know. There's the Discord server. Post it under submissions. If you're still working on it, post it under submission work in progress. And you can discuss your submissions and ask a lot of, good questions. People help you out in the Discord server. So, aquatic, don't forget it. If you guys want to look at the winners for this week, go ahead and take a look at the challenge winners submission, or challenge winners, I think is the name of the server. But hey guys, I gotta run. It's my girlfriend's birthday. We're gonna go do some fun stuff. So I'll see you guys next week. And in the meantime, keep working on that aquatic submission. And keep learning, keep growing. Let's learn and grow together. So I'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe. Peace.